All right, Shalom. Shalom, shalom. All right, we in there. Beautiful. Hey, shalom. All right, we're going to get into this thing. All right, this is various topics. The false accusations against us will not stick. All right. We're going to edify in the spirit. So let's get right into this thing. And Lord willing, I have no technical difficulties. Everything is smooth. Everything can be heard loud and clear. And we're going to bring this thing out. So bear with me. All right, cool. This is the video I was looking for that I was speaking about in my previous lesson that I just did a few days ago. This is the video I actually was looking for, which is still up. All right, you can check it out. I'll post it in the description box. This is from C-SPAN. All right, this came out back in February 5th, 2020. It says FBI says so-called Black Hebrew Israelites are under investigation. All right. I know people remember this video. We're going to play it again. It's about 7 minutes. So let's play it through.
Thank you for being with us today. And I know you've been here for a very long time. You know, we have spoken many times about Black identity extremists, and I definitely want to ask you about that today. I understand that the Bureau no longer uses BIE and instead categorizes these cases under the broader label of racially motivated violent extremism. But one, I wanted to know if you guys have really repudiated the whole BIE category, because I know when we've talked about it in the past, it really didn't seem to be that there was much evidence that there were Black identity extremists. And the title was a little longer than that. Something about Black identity extremists that threaten police or attack police. So tell me what's different.
So I found our conversations before to be, very constructive and very valuable. And we also engaged not just with you and your colleagues, but also with Noble, with whom we have a great relationship and are working more closely than ever.
Good.
We have, as you mentioned, changed our terminology as part of a broader reorganization of the way in which we categorize our domestic terrorism efforts. So we took a whole bunch of categories, not just the one that you mentioned, but a number of others, and consolidated it down to really 4 buckets. And the reason for that is—
What are the 4 buckets?
What's that?
What are the 4 buckets?
There's racially motivated violent extremism, which is, any kind of violent extremism that's driven with a kind of racial intent of one sort or another, no matter which direction. There is anarchism/government extremism. I may not have the label right, but that covers kind of variety of everything, sort of certain kinds of militia stuff, all the way over to kind of more of the anarchist, maybe sort of Antifa-like kind of methodology. There is abortion violent extremism, people on either side of that issue who commit violence on behalf of different views on that topic.
People on either side of that issue don't commit violence.
Well, we've actually had a variety of kinds of violence under that, you believe it or not. But
really,
at the end of the day, and then the last one has to do with animal rights and environmental.
Those are the 4.
What's that?
Those are the 4.
Those are the 4. And the point is, we wanted to underscore what I told you earlier, but we wanted to make it even more clear that at the end of the day, for us, it's not about the ideology, it's about the violence. That's where we weigh in. It's not that the ideology isn't important for us as Americans, but we only investigate violence and the crimes that go with the violence.
But so under the racially motivated violent extremism, how many African American or Black groups are considered under there?
Well, again, I want to be clear. We don't investigate groups per se. We have properly predicated investigations into individuals, and in some cases they may have co-conspirators. But in each of those instances, it's where we have three things: credible evidence
Right.
of a federal crime, credible evidence, number two, of violence or a threat or use of violence, and then number three, on behalf of some ideology.
So
If we have those things, only if
Right.
we have those things will we open an investigation.
So, are white supremacist groups under racially motivated violent extremism? Or do white supremacists have a whole separate category?
Well, again, I want to stay away from the use of the word groups. We certainly investigate white supremacist motivated violent extremism in the same category that we're talking about. So, for example, we just last month arrested 8 members, I think, of a group known as the Base. And there were arrests that were made not just in my home state of Georgia, but also
getting
in
ready
Maryland.
to go to Virginia, correct? That was
What's
was the group that was on their way to Virginia.
I think that's right. I can't remember that detail specifically.
So there are organizations, and I understand that, when you say you just investigate individuals, I mean, that you just gave an example of a group. So I know that there are a lot of white supremacist groups. And so my question to you is about Black groups. And so I don't know, maybe they're Black individuals, but under the category of Black identity extremism, formally, there were organizations such as the one in Texas and the individual in Texas that was arrested. He was incarcerated for a while. And then after being incarcerated and going on trial, he was released. He had activity on a website, and he also had literature when he was arrested. Are you familiar with the case that I'm talking about? We've talked about it before.
I think so, yeah.
So my question is, are there African Americans or Black groups or individuals that are currently a part of the racially motivated violent extremism category?
Well, again, I don't know that I would speak in terms of investigating groups. We investigate individuals, and in some instances, individuals with co-conspirators. And I would say certainly there are individuals who we categorize and track under the racially motivated violent extremism part of our program management, who are African Americans targeting others. So, for example, you probably saw some of the reporting about the killing of the individuals in Jersey City, including the killing of the people in the kosher supermarket.
I did.
Those individuals were associated themselves with something called the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
That would be in that category.
So let's use that as an example, because I'm very familiar with that group. That group is in several yeah, well, excuse me, but I'm taking the prerogative of the chair. Using that group as an example, is that a group, because they are open, you see them on street corners in different groups, they're not a secret group at all. Is that group part of the racially motivated extremism? The group, I understand the act that took place, I understand the individuals, and it's not clear their level of association.
What I would say to you on that is that we have some investigations into individuals who associate themselves with that movement.
Beyond those 2 people?
Yes.
Okay. And Director Ray, documents published in 20...
Heard. All right. So anyway, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right. Just wanted to edify in this live lesson here. All right. Through the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. All right, and this video that was played here is from C-SPAN, came out 2020, February 5th, 2020. The FBI says so-called Black Black Hebrew Israelites are under investigation. All right. So this is the accuser of our brethren, man. And as I'm going to go into this lesson, you know, the false accusations against us will not stick. All right. It's not going to hold any weight. Let's play that again. All right. Because the point that needed to be heard was at the latter end of this video. So let's play it back. All right. Bear with me. Let's play that part back again. All right. Esau's big hurt, man. All right.
The killing of the individuals in Jersey City, including the killing of the people in the kosher supermarket.
And you see that's the story, that's the narrative that they're going to run with, that whack-ass Jersey shooting, all right, the killing in the kosher supermarket, which has all been exposed, which are all paid crisis actors. And you see after it happened, it was just swept away, so to speak, you know? But these are the things that he's going to use to justify his cause of coming down on the Israelites, all right? So they're going to continuously run with that tired ass story. All right. And people know, as you heard this Representative Karen Bass, all right, she talked about how she knows about the Israelites, man. All Jakes know, man. You know, people know about this thing. Like you said, it's not a secret, it's not a mystery. All right. No violence at all is being committed. But we understand that we have agents and spooks and spies that are going to be set up, you know, to bring blame to the ministry. We know that. All right.
I did.
Those individuals were associated themselves with something called the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
You hear that? I'm very familiar with them. All right. So these people know, man. People in all walks of life, man. The corporate world, judicial world, they know about this truth. All these Jakes, man. All right. I remember hearing brothers years ago saying that as in the time of the end, you're gonna have sleeper cells, so to speak. Right. You got Jake that's in the police force, right? That's part of the law and order and the judicial system that know about Israel, that know about the truth and that belief. You know, Jake's in the military, right? You got a lot of brothers in this thing that were in the military, man, that heard this word. All walks of life, you see? So in the end, we're most certainly going to have more believers, you know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters that's going to be sealed with faith, all right, that are going to subscribe to the doctrine, to this true sound doctrine, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this word. They're going to believe, man. They're going to come in, you know. Let's play a little bit more.
Something called the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
That would be in that category.
So let's use that as an example, because I'm very familiar with that group. That group is in several yeah, well, excuse me, but I'm taking the prerogative of the chair. Using that group as an example, is that a group, because they are open, you know, I mean, you see them on street corners in different groups, they're not a secret group at all. Is that group part of the racially motivated extremism? The group, I understand the act that took place, I understand the individuals, and it's not clear their level of association.
You see, so she, in the lack of better words, she knows that New Jersey shit was all bullshit. She basically said it without saying it, man. All right, and you see this devil over here. He's lost for words. You know, he's trying to clean it up. And like I said, that's why I want to go into this lesson. Ultimately, you know, these false accusations against us are not going to stick. All right, no matter how hard they try to cry and play the victim role on the internet. All right. You damn devils, you 48ers, you know, it's not going to work. All right, let me get this scripture. This is Revelation 12. All right. He's the accuser. This is Revelation 12:10, and it reads, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation. So let me move this up. Read that again. All right, Revelation 12:10, it says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. All right. And that's the message that's being declared through the prophets. All right. That the kingdom of heaven is at hand, that Yahweh Shai is on the way. All right. It says, in the power of his anointed, Hamashiachim. It says, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And as you were hearing throughout this video, all right, Christopher Wray, the FBI director, he was going into the fact of how they have all these different groups categorized. He said that all these groups categorized, labeled, just as us, right? He's the accuser. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. See, Esau is being cast down, all right, by the spirit and the power of this truth, man, this word going out, all right? All of his lies and his narratives are being questioned, all right? The world is realizing that these people over there in the land of Israel are not the true biblical Israelites. And this is all over the comment boards and various websites that I've seen videos, especially, highlighting the Kanye West situation with the whole anti-Sem rhetoric that's been going out. All right. You got people that are not even in the truth that are on the comment boards clearly saying the same thing. Like, these people are not the people. Basically, Ye was right, et cetera, et cetera. So he's being cast down by the spirit of truth. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. You see that? I always bring this out. Okay, the accuser. All right.
Strong's G 2723. Categareo. Categareo.
Categareo. All right, which sounds like categorize. You see? He has us all labeled and categorized, man. All right, to accuse before a judge, to make an accusation of an extrajudicial accusation. Kind of similar to what we're seeing going on here, right? They're up here on this panel. All right, you got the FBI director, talking about the so-called black extremists. There's a group that we looking at, the so-called black Hebrew Israelites, this, that, and the third, and she's basically destroying them, because she knows that they don't have anything against us. There's nothing that could tie to us, man. All we're doing is bringing out the Bible. That's why she said, I know them very well. They're all over the street corners. She's probably watching the videos. She's probably watching the videos right along with the rest of them jakes that's in that corporate judicial world. You see? It says, to be a plaintiff, to charge with some offense, accuse, object. That was going on in the video. All right? This Edomite, this devil was trying to charge us with some type of offense. We violent. We were tied to the New Jersey shooting and shit. Trying to basically pin a accusation on us, man. You see? And look at his face in the background. He know he finished, man. But anyway, going back. Is there any more? Let me just look. All right. Yeah, bringing these accusations forward. All right, trying to pin us to a story, to a charge, man. You see, that's the devil. That's Esau. He's the accuser, right? Revelation 12 and 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shah. We already overcame. We already overcame this devil, man. We gotta finish out the story. Okay. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. See that? We have the true testimony, man. Okay. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. You see that? And we overcame this devil by the word of their testimony, man. The declaration of prophecy, him going down, his empire falling. All right. His power over the earth being taken away. A new rulership being set up. Right? Yahweh Shai coming to take over the planet Earth. All right. These Edomites going down, going into slavery. All right. And by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death. All right. So as we see here as well, due to these false accusations, all right, they're going to come down upon us, man. Some of us may have to be martyrs, things as such. But those that perish for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, there's no loss. Those spirits are going to be raised up first. So we understand that. Okay, this is part of the story here. You see, verse 12, Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. The devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You see that? And we're going to get into all of that. I got the article pulled up here because we're going to actually bring this out at camp, and we're going to shred it to pieces today at camp. All right. You know, this ADL article, extremist sects within the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement. All right. Because these people are pure devils, man. Okay. And when you read the article, as the elder Manata Zabba was saying yesterday, here it is. These devils put the truth in this article, but they spin it. They spin it as if it's lies. All right. Because remember, this devil's word, his media is part of his enchantments. Right here it is. He lays the truth out in the article, but he's spinning it to the public as if what we're saying is lies, man. You know, we're gonna get into this in a second. All right. But I want to get this word for devil because it says he's going to come down unto us having great wrath because he knoweth but that he had but a short time. Okay. The presence of the chariots are heavy, man. Okay. The chariots are all around us, giving us the signs, the faith boosters. All right. We're at the brink of World War III, total destruction. Okay. This devil knows that his time is short, man. It's almost over. Right. Let's get this word for devil real quick, Salakia. All right. Diablos. Okay. The point. Here we go. Prone to slander. Slanderous, accusing falsely. He's the accuser. Right? This is him. All right. This devil and right along with these 48ers that's trying to cry and play the victim with that anti-sim bullshit. Okay, because you've been found out by the world that you don't fit the description. You don't fit the scriptures, man. Right? Prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, a culminator, a false accuser, slanderer. This is him. Definition 2, the point. Metaphorically applied to a man. Applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. All right, that's Esau. All right, the physical incarnate of the spiritual demon Satan, man, the Edomites. Metaphorically applied to a man. This is them. Okay, it tells you that in what? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Who is that talking about? The son of perdition, the Edomite. Metaphorically applied to a man by opposing the cause of the Most High may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. All right, that's a straight up cut. Okay, it says a traducer, especially Satan, false accuser, devil, slanderer. This is him. Okay, he can't run away. He can't run away from his true identity. All right. It says in the lexicon, namely Satan, the prince of demons, the author of evil, persecuting good men. Ooh, who are the good men? The righteous, the saints, the elect. It says estranging mankind from God and enticing them to sin and afflicting them with diseases by the means of demons who take possessions of their bodies at his bidding. The millennial enemy of God and the Messiah. All right, this is heavy. It says men who resemble the devil in mind and will are said to be of the devil. Yeah, you Edomites. Okay, starting with you top of the top, you 48ers, you elites, man. Men who resemble the devil in mind and will and are said to be of the devil properly, to derive their origin from the devil, tropically to depend upon the devil in thought and action to be prompted and governed by him. Ooh, man. The same are called the children of the devil, the sons of the devil. The name is figuratively applied to a man opposing the cause of God, may be said to be may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him, man. So you can't, Mo, this is beautiful. All right. This shows you that this is the so-called white man all day, man. All right. His thoughts, what did it say? To derive their origin from the devil, tropically to depend upon the devil in thought and action, to be prompted and governed by him. You see that? That's you devils, man. All right. So anyway, had to bring that out, showing you that this is him. He's the accuser. Let's pull this out. I always bring this out just to add on. All right. This is from the Bible study tools. Okay. Bible study tools, that word accuser. All right. And what does it say? Satan is styled the quote accuser of the brethren as seeking upon his influence among men by bringing false charges against Christians. And we are the true Christians. All right. The followers of the anointed one. All right. The Hamashiachim, the followers of the Messiah, the true followers of the Messiah. We are the Christians. All right. And it said what? As seeking to uphold his influence among men by bringing false charges against the Israelites with the view of weakening their influence and injuring the cause with which they are identified. You see that? And that's what it's all about. They want to injure our cause and weaken. See, this is all about weakening our influence and injuring our cause because people are waking up. Jake is going over these talking points. They're talking about who the true Jews are. All right. Who are those imposters over there in the land of Israel? Right. They're talking about the prophecies, the name of the Lord, the end times we in. Everybody's talking about this thing. This word is hot in the earth right now. All right. With the view of weakening their influence and injuring the cause which they are identified. He was regarded by the Jews as the accuser of men before God, laying their charge to the violations of the law of which they were guilty and demanding their punishment. You see that? It's the same thing that's going on right now. All right. Demanding our punishment, using the whole anti-Sem narrative, all right, to bring forth those charges. It's the same thing they're doing with Kanye right now. All right. They're basically ruining the guy, you know, taking his money away and slandering his name and removing his endorsements. All right. They're basically punishing him right now, if you will. Right. So anyway, moving on. So this is all part of the story. Right. We were going to be hated by this world. Matter of fact, let's get those scriptures real quick. All right. The persecution, the demonization. All right. But all of this is not going to stick against us. All right. Matthew 5. What did Yahweh Shai say? All right. Matthew 5:9. It says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. All right. The peacemakers, the prophets. All right. Verse 10, Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake. Yeah, that's us. We're persecuted for righteousness' sake because what are we doing? We simply just bringing out the scriptures. Right? We ain't going around with guns and killing people, hurting nobody, hanging motherfuckers, you know, beating people up. Right? Now, as I said, you got agents in this thing that are actually going to do these things to bring blame upon us all. It's part of the story. But the ones that follow us, and it's the spirit, as brothers was going into, it's the spirit that you didn't see GMS, Great Millstone, within this article. And there's a reason for that. Okay, because they know when you come upon our channels, it's going to be nothing but edification. All right. See, when you watch our videos cause people to think critically. All right. Because these devils know that the Holy Spirit is with us. They know that we are the true prophets, man. This ain't out of boasting and bragging. It's just the truth. right? Because of these other guys that were listed, right? They got the 501c3. They juiced in. A lot of these niggas took the bag. You know, they're part of that Freemasonry occult. You know, we ain't got to go into all the details. You brothers know that's following. All right. So we understand that these guys are going to be used, all right, to bring the blame. But anyway, going back, where were we at? All right. Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You see that? The kingdom of heaven is coming to the Israelites. All right. The lowly, the meek of the earth. Scriptures say that the meek shall inherit the earth. Right. This is Matthew 5:11. And it reads, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil, Salaki, and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. You see that as we've been going into the accuser of our brethren. All right, breaking it all down. That say evil, that say all evil. Matter of fact, let's go back, Salakia. Matthew 5:11, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely. Okay? All these things that are being said against us are false. All we're doing is bringing out the Bible, telling you the truth. Okay? That shows you the power of this word, man. It shows you it shows you the power of the testimony that we hold. And shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Verse 12, rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So it's the same thing that happened to us before, to our forefathers and ancient prophets, man. It's the same thing that's going to happen to us. All right. So the persecution is here, right? But it's not going to hold weight. 1 Peter 4:12, and it reads, it says, share the sufferings of Yahushua. 1 Peter 4:12, beloved, which is the elect, beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Verse 13, but rejoice inasmuch as you are partakers of Yahushua's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy. Verse 14, but if you be reproached for the name of Yahushua, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of the Most High resteth upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of. You see that? The Lord is evil. This truth is evil spoken of against the wicked, man, by the wicked. But on your part, he is glorified, man, because ultimately, through the men of the Lord, through the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, his name in this word, in this gospel is being glorified, man. You got the elect waking up. Right? Isaiah 10:20 always go. That's my favorite scripture, right? That the remnant would no longer lean upon him that smote him. All right. Jake is waking up, asking questions, coming into the light, being sealed with the gift of faith. Verse 15, but let none of you suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as an evildoer or as a busybody in other man's matters. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, all right, we should say as an Israelite, as a follower of the Messiah, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh Shema Shai on this behalf. Yeah. So hey, we ain't got nothing to be worried about, man. All right. We glory in this because this is exactly what the Lord warned us of. He told us that this was going to happen, and it's happening. All right, showing you that we got the truth, man, and that these devils move at our tune, man. They do what we say according to the Spirit, man. See that? So we're not gonna suffer as a murderer or as a thief or as an evildoer, right? We're gonna continue to just push the word out, man. You know, we're not gonna bring blame to the ministry. We're gonna do what we've been commanded to do, man, which is to simply drown it with this truth, man. You know, here's another one. John 15 and verse 18, disciples' relation to the world. It's John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. See that? Because ultimately, what this world hates Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, hey, like the Lord said that he's not of this world. You know, John 15:18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Verse 19. If you were of the world will love its own, because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Yeah, exactly. Because we're not of the world, man. If we were of the world, if we were teaching a doctrine that was all inclusive, God loves everybody, God doesn't hate, everybody's going to be saved, right? If we were teaching a doctrine of that sort, the world would love us, right? But we teach a doctrine that's separated from this world, man. Okay, we're separate from the world. If you were of the world will love his own, but because you're not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. So the hate is going to come. All right, it's to be expected. Okay, the false accusations, the lies, the slandering. All right, all that's going to come with the territory. Verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you: the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. You see that? And this was back in 2020. All right, and look what's going on in 2022. All right, they will persecute you also. Okay. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Yeah, because this world doesn't know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You see? So this is part of the walk that we're involved in, man. It says, verse 22, if I had not come and spoken unto them, and how did the Lord come and spoke unto these people? All right, by the way of the prophets, the men of the Lord, the servants that he set up. If I had not come spoken unto them, they had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sins. So yeah, it's no excuse, man. The way that this word has been amplified and has gone out, right? And you got all these different celebrities and things of that nature, people talking, right? We're gonna get at this too. I got this on deck as well. All right, we're gonna get into this as well. But the way that this word is flourishing throughout the four corners of the earth, there's no excuse for you Israelites out there that don't know. All right, that don't know about the truth. The Lord said there should be no cloak for your sins. Right? It's inexcusable now at this point. Verse 23, it says, he that hated me, hateth my Father also. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not sinned. But now they have both seen and hated both me and my Father. Verse 25. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hated me without a cause. Exactly. And it's the same thing that's going on with us. They hate us without a cause. They truly don't have a cause. It's the fact that we're telling the truth. You see? We're telling the truth out of the scriptures, man, through the Holy Spirit. And they hate us without a cause. And that's why they have to pinpoint a false accusation against us. All right? The accuser. Okay? So let's move on. Okay? This is I forgot his name. I believe it's Michael Greenblatt or something like that. He's the one that's spearheading the ADL, which is the Anti-Defamation League, which is ran by the 48ers, the small hats. Right, in this video, you know, you pretty much have the ADL, you know, they're discrediting theories about the 48ers conspiring to use institutional power, meaning they're trying to deflect from the fact that the world is waking up to the fact that they control all aspects of humanity, you know, and they're trying to deny it because the heat is on them. Okay, let's play this real fast. Okay, you can't run.
We work with Google on using AI to try to interrupt cyber hate before it happens. We work with YouTube to get them to change their algorithms, so it lessens the likelihood that a young person's going to run into some of these anti-Semitic conspiratorial videos. We work with Facebook on trying to use a redirect method, so when you search for Holocaust as a hoax, you get directed to like a Yad Vashem page. So there are different ways they can tweak their algorithms and adjust their products so they think not only about free speech, not only protect a user's right to free speech, but protect a user's right to not be harassed or hated. They have done some good things to deal with very specific cases by taking swifter action when people perpetrate online bullying or online harassment. Washington, there's a gap in the legal regime. There are techniques that extremists have used online to terrorize Jews and other people, like doxing and swatting and different forms of cyberbullying that are not covered by existing laws and need to be. Because the school principal says, well, it's not really bullying because no one has a bloody nose, right? But in fact, the abuse online can be far, far worse than anything physical. So, we need legislators to catch up and to fill some of the gaps.
There you go. The victim role. There you have it. You heard what he said, man. They're in league with all these big tech platforms on how to, manipulate the algorithms, to pretty much, deflect the so-called hate that they're receiving, man. And really it's just the truth and them being exposed. Right? And this guy, he's a 48er, right? So, hey, like you said, these 48ers are being terrorized, man. Let me get that. This word is a terror unto them. Let's get that in Isaiah 19 real quick. Okay? These niggas are shook. Okay? Isaiah 19 and 17, it says, in the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, man. Okay? Going into the prophets. The land of Judah should be a terror unto Egypt. Yeah, to see the prophets, these prophecies are a terror unto Egypt, America, man. These devils, all right? They can't sleep. You see? This word got them all messed up. Okay? And the land of Judah should be a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself. You see that? This is why they coming up with all of this stuff. The accusations, the narrative. They tried it back in 2020. All right. With this video clip here on how the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites are under investigation. You see, they shook. Right? Going back. Isaiah 19 and 17, in the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt, and everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, right? Because of the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, which he have determined against it. Yeah, they're hearing, these devils are hearing the counsel of Yahweh Shema Shah, which he's determined against this place, right? That is getting ready to fall, that you devils are going down, right? It says, in that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, all right, which is the Hebrew, the Lashawan Quadash, and swear to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah in the midst of the land of Egypt. And that's what the prophets, okay, that are out here teaching on the highways and hedges. Okay, we're upon the altar making our bodies a living sacrifice. And that day shall be an altar to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah. The point, verse 20. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, of hosts in the land of Egypt. All right. So the fact that this is happening is a sign, is a major sign of what? That determines the end. All right. The prophet standing up and declaring the truth, calling out the wicked. It should be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because of the oppressors. All right, who are the oppressors? You Edomites, man, you 48ers that have full dominion, that have full control over the planet, man. Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And he shall send them a savior, Yahushua, and a great one, and he shall deliver them. All right. So you devils, as I was saying before, that that victim role, all right, is not gonna hold any more weight, man. Right. And as he said, you know, they linked up with these social media platforms, big tech companies, all right, to control the algorithms. That's why videos are being taken down, striked. Videos are being shadow banned. It's because of them. Okay, they're watching the videos. They've taken control. They want to control the narrative in the internet, man. As you heard in this video here, right?
We work with Google on using AI to try to interrupt cyber hate before it happens. We work with YouTube to get them to change their algorithms, so it lessens the likelihood that a young person's going to run into some of these anti-Semitic conspiratorial videos.
Yeah, that's what it's about. See, they're working with YouTube and Google, so you don't find any videos of exposing them. That's what it is, man. The cyberbullying, the cyberbullying is them being exposed. That's what it is. Just a play on words. All right. So anyway, moving on. Okay, because what they're doing, this is all psychological warfare. Okay, I was looking this up last night. It's called the illusion of truth, or the illusory truth effect. All right, or the illusion of truth. Right. Let's read it. It's all a play on your mind. It's a play on words. Right. But here's the point. The illusory truth effect, also known as the illusion of truth effect, validity effect, truth effect, or reiteration effect, is the tendency to believe false information to be correct after repeated exposure. All right. And that's exactly what they did with the Crown 99. Right. They kept hammering you with the fear and the information to the point where people believed it. And it's the same thing going on with us. They're going to keep repeating the same bullshit. Black extremists, black terrorists, black this, identity extremists, all these buzzwords, all right, to get the people to believe it. You know, it says it's the tendency to believe false information to be correct after repeated exposure, right? They got to drown you with it. It says this phenomenon was first identified in a 1977 study at Villanova University and Temple University. When truth is assessed, people rely on whether the information is in line with their understanding or if it feels familiar. First, the condition is logical, as people compare new information with what they already know to be true. Repetition makes statements easier to process relative to new, unrepeated statements, leading people to believe that the repeated conclusion is more truthful. The illusory truth effect has also been linked to hindsight bias, in which the recollection of confidence is skewed after the truth has been received. You see that? So this is all psychological warfare, man. Right? Reading on. It says, in a 2015 study, researchers discovered that the familiarity can overpower rationality, and that is repetitively hearing that a certain statement is wrong can paradoxically cause it to feel right. Researchers attributed the illusionary truth impacts on participants who knew the correct answer to begin with, but were persuaded to believe otherwise through the repetition of falsehood to, quote, processing fluency. All right. And that's what these devils are doing by by continuously putting this in the media, all right, to deem us as a problem to society, as a terrorist threat, right? The illusion of truth. Because in the article, as I said, in this article, they actually put the truth of what we teach in the article. But how the article is set up is they spent it as it being false. You know? Finish it out. Let's read some more. All right. Salakia. Last part here. It says the illusory truth effect plays a significant role in such fields as election campaigns, advertising, media, and political propaganda. You see that? That's all it is. It's propaganda. You see? Propaganda is an act of war. You see that? First, before you go to war, you gotta put out the propaganda. You got to be able to grab the minds of the people. All right, before you actually get into the physical war, and that's all this is. So what's going on is ultimately these devils, the accusers, have declared war against Jacob. Okay, Isaiah 13:2. Let's get that real quick. All right. Isaiah 13:2. And it lift up a banner up. Can y'all hear me? They always do this, man. These devils be mad. Lord willing, y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? I'm glad I'm paying attention to these comments, man. Can y'all hear me now? Hey, when this thing start getting hot, you know, let me know if y'all brothers on the comment board can hear me, man. It says my mic is on. Are we back in there? The water. Hey, the water, y'all, about Shemal Shah. All right, everything is locked and loaded, but somehow my mic just all of a sudden goes off. But y'all know what time it is, right? They hurt, man. When this thing start getting heavy and hot, bro, that's what they do. All right, so Lord willing, I can get through this, man, because I'm gonna finish this off through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shemal Shah. Right. So the water, I'm gonna keep looking at the comment board and make sure that I can keep up to see if they try to knock me off. All right, so we're gonna get back at it. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. All right, people say they can hear, so let's go back at it. Let's get at it. All right, here we go. So let's deal with this real quick. Kyrie Irving raises eyebrows with tweet to movie filled with anti-Sim disinformation. Let's play that.
Kyrie Irving has put himself in the middle of another controversy. The Nets star raised eyebrows Thursday with a tweet and Instagram story that included an Amazon page marketing and tacitly endorsing a 2018 film Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America, that has been described as filled with anti-Semitic disinformation. The film is based on a 2015 book by the same name. Rolling Stone called the film and book venomously anti-Semitic, citing statements within claiming many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to worshiping Satan or Lucifer. A Nets spokesperson told the
Do you hear this? This is what he's saying. He said high-ranking 48ers worship Satan, man. All right. Did we not read who the devil was in Revelation 12 and 12? Right? That sides with Satan, that's in agreement with him in thought and action. The actual men, right? So this is what he's saying. Let's play that again.
Jews have admitted to many famous high-ranking Jews have admitted to worshiping Satan or Lucifer. A Nets spokesperson told the Post, "The Brooklyn Nets strongly condemn and have no tolerance for the promotion of any form of hate speech. We believe that in these situations, our first action must be open, honest dialogue. We thank those, including the ADL, Anti-Defamation League, who have been supportive during this time." Later in the night, Nets owner Joe Tsai weighed in on Twitter. Kyrie Irving on Thursday tweeted a link to a movie that is filled with anti-Semitic disinformation. "I am disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti-Semitic disinformation," Tsai tweeted. "I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us, and as a man of faith, it is wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, or religion. This is bigger than basketball." The description of the film on Amazon says the movie uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel by proving the true ethnicity of Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, the sons of Ham, Shem and Japheth. Find out what Islam, Judaism and Christianity has covered up for centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro in this movie, packed with tons of research. A similar description of the book, as noted by Rolling Stone, reads, "Since the European and Arab slave traders stepped foot into Africa, blacks have been told lies about their heritage. Both suggest Hebrews to Negroes espouse ideas in line with extreme factions of the Black Hebrew Israelites, which have a long history of misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and especially anti-Semitism." Rolling Stone's John.
You hear that? You hear all those accusations, right? And this is all apparently at this this documentary that he's pushing.
Blistein wrote, "The book's fourth chapter, titled When Did Racism Towards Blacks Start?, also starts by falsely suggesting that anti-black racism can be traced back to key Jewish texts. There are other passages throughout the book that also have been proven false, according to the Rolling Stone article. This is only the latest instance of Irving having thrust himself into controversial subject matter. In September, Irving shared on his Instagram a 2002 conspiracy video of Alex Jones decrying a new world order. Last season, Irving also found himself embroiled over his COVID-19 vaccine skepticism, which cost him much of his season with the team. And in 2018, Irving, then on the Celtics, claimed the earth is flat before later apologizing.
So there you go, man. So let me go back. Bear with me.
Ted Bud, no.
All right. So Lord willing, you were able to hear that. But that's all of this is coming. All right. The book here, I got it pulled up. All right. or not this book, but this documentary. All right. It says Hebrews to Negroes, wake up Black America. So apparently Kyrie Irving is pushing this documentary. All right. So he's catching the he's catching heat too, man. But see, that shows you this word is powerful, man. I saw our brother post a beautiful precept. Let me get that real quick before I go back. All right. The water brother. Mahal Allah Yahweh 777. It says Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. And that's what's going on right now, man. Truth is springing out of the earth, man. Okay, this thing is spreading like wildfire, man. Okay, like the Lord said, He said at His word. Let me get that. The water brother. This is a beautiful precept. Let's get that real quick. That's in Deuteronomy 32. Let's get that real quick. Okay, this is Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 1, and it reads, it says, give ear, O you heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Verse 2, my doctrine shall drop as the rain, you see? My doctrine shall drop as the rain. What does rain do? Rain falls and spreads everywhere, man. And that's symbolic to the word and what is done throughout the earth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. This word is out. Verse 3. Because I will publish the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. Ascribe ye greatness unto our power, Yahweh Shema Shai. And the prophets of the Lord of Yahweh Shema Shai are making this doctrine in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai public. All right. The Lord said his doctrine shall drop as the rain. See? Let me get one more. There's another one to add on to that point. Isaiah 55, I believe. Right? Isaiah 55 and verse. Yep. Isaiah 55 and 10, and it reads, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth. What's watering the earth? The word. Right? And make it bring forth in bud. The word is growing, man. It's budding throughout the earth. It's springing out, as we read it in that precept the brother brought out in Psalms 85 and 11. And make it forth to bud. All right, that word bud in the Hebrew goes to tazamak, which means to grow or to spring up. I make it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Ooh. Verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So this is what the word is doing. It's growing, it's spreading. All right. This thing is undeniable now. So going back. So like I said, this is the apparently this is the documentary that he's pushing. Okay, which they tried to say in the video that, you know, he's affiliated with the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites that promote, you know, homophobia and anti-Sem and hate and all that bullshit, man. All right. So it's out here. All right. So let's go to the article. All right. This came out October 28th, 2022. It says Kyrie Irving promotes anti-Sem film on Twitter. So this is the film that he was promoting on Twitter. Right. This is the anti-Sem film that he was promoting on Twitter. Hebrews to Negroes, wake up Black America. You see that? So by you embracing your true identity as an Israelite, you are now regarded as anti-Sem. You're a hate. You're a terrorist. Right? You see all of this. You see all these accusations that they're trying to pin on us. Right? That you can't profess yourself of being a Jew. All right? Nothing new under the sun. Right? Kyrie Irving promotes anti-Sem film on Twitter. Irving tweeted the link to the movie on Thursday night, right? It says Kyrie Irving continues to do the questionable. On Friday, on Friday night, excuse me. On Friday night, the Brooklyn Nets guard tweeted an Amazon Prime Video link to the 2018 film Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America. So he tweeted it, right? And you know he has like millions of followers. See? Look what the word is doing, man. Hey, this it right here. Okay? No more denying the truth. It says the film, quote, uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel and unearths what Islam, Judaism, and Christianity has covered up for centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro in this movie packed with tons of research. Ooh. The book also notes that, quote, since the European and Arab slave traders stepped foot into Africa, blacks have been told lies about their heritage. You see that? Man. Okay, here's the tweet that he posted. You know? Come on, man. It even got the Paleo Hebrew in the background. All right? Hey, this is interesting times, man. Okay? This devil is about to lose. It says a net spokesperson told the New York Post that the Brooklyn Nets strongly condemn and have no tolerance for the promotion of any form of hate speech. We believe in these situations, our first action must be open, honest dialogue. We thank those, including the ADL, all right, we just saw a video on that, including the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, who have been supportive during this time. All right. According to the Rolling Stone, the film is based on the 2015 book of the same name, and several passages of the book have been proven false. All right, there you go, man. All right. And that's pretty much the article I'll post. I'll post these links too. All right. This is a beautiful time, man. All right, let's get some scriptures real quick. Jeremiah 16 and 19. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19, and it reads, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. And that's what's happening according to prophecy, man. All right. You have these heathen nations, all right, that see the truth. And they're understanding that what ultimately that they have inherited lies. All right. These people are not they're not the chosen. Christianity is not the way. Islam is not the way. You see? Truth is basically being acknowledged in the earth, man. And how did that happen? Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai by the way of his men, the prophets. Right? So ultimately, as I'm getting in this lesson here, just be prepared for the spiritual war. All right? The hate, the slander, the persecution, demonization, you name it. Right? This is real quick. This is Psalms 27. All right, let's read this. This is Psalms 27 in verse 1, and it reads, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. All right, this is what King David said. When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. And the same thing's going to happen now. They're going to lose. Though an host, a host is an army. Though an host should encamp against me, My heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise up, Salaki, though war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident, right? Though war shall rise up against me, in this I shall be confident. You see, we ain't got nothing to worry. That the false accusations are not going to stick. These devils are in trouble, man. Right? They're the ones that are really in fear, not us. Okay? They know we have the truth. They know Yahweh Shai is coming back to get them. See that? There'll be more that be with us than they that be with them. See? Though an host shall camp, Psalms 27:3, though an host shall camp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident. See that? Stay confident. All right, you sincere believers in Yahweh Shem Shah, don't let this stuff shake you up, man. Okay, it's all propaganda, it's all bullshit, and at the end of the day, the Lord is going to take care of us, man. Psalms 27:4. It says, one thing have I desired of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me upon a rock. And that rock is representative of Yahweh Shai, the refuge and protection of the nation of Israel. All right. Verse 6. And now shall my head be lifted up above. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing praises unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. And it says, verse 7. Hear, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me and answer me. When thou saidest, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O power of my salvation. Will my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. The point. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such breathe out cruelty. You see that? False witnesses are risen up against us. All right. And they're breathing out what? Those lies, that cruelty, the slander. As we read earlier in John 15, they hate us without a cause, right? Because we teach the Bible in truth, right? They know that the spirit of truth is with us, right? Yahweh Shai said that what? That he would be with us until the end of the world always. All right? Ain't nothing these devils can do, man. You see? Verse 13, I have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, in the land of the living. And we're not going to faint, man. All right? We're going to keep faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. Because we clearly have the truth. Verse 14, wait on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. Be of good courage. All right? You believers out there, man. Be of good courage. Keep the faith. And he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai. Continue to wait, man. You see? He got us. Psalms 31:18. Let the lying lips be put to silence. Okay? All these lies that's coming from these devils will be put to silence. They're not going to stick. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Okay? That speak proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. The accuser. All right? Psalms 37:28. Okay? Psalms 37 and Salakia. Let me start up a little bit. All right, this is Psalms 37. All right, we always bring this out. Psalms 37:9, and it reads, "For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, they shall inherit the earth." We just read that, man. Wait on the Lord. Be of good courage. Evildoers are going to be cut off. But those that wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, they shall inherit the earth, the elect. Jacob. Verse 10, "For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be." This is the end. Okay, he's getting ready to be taken out of power. Verse 11, "But the meek shall inherit the earth." Who's the meek? The lowly, the righteous, the elect. "The meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace." That's the kingdom. "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth." Everything that we've been going into in this lesson. The plans, the mind games, the psychological warfare, the illusion of truth, right? You repeat a lie long enough, people will believe it as being true. "The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming." All right. Verse 14, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow." All right. Going back to what? The propaganda. All right. That's propaganda is a part of war. So the wicked have drawn out the sword, his media, his slandering. All right. As we went through the Kyrie Irving, pushing the documentary, right? They're labeling him as spilling, hateful rhetoric on the internet, anti-Sem. This is all acts of war, declaration of war against Jacob. You see? Psalms 37:14, "The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy." That's Jake. You Israelites, you represent the poor and needy of the earth. "And to slay such as be of upright conversation." That's the prophets, the men of the Lord. They want to slay us, and part of the slaying that's going on is the propaganda through his media. Jumping down, Psalms 37 and verse 32, it says, "The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him," as we saw in this video earlier, dealing with the FBI, right? What do you say? The black Hebrew Israelites. Let's play that again so you can hear it.
Those individuals were associated themselves with something called the Black Hebrew Israelite.
Oh, I'm very familiar with them.
So we are, that would be in that category.
So let's use that.
See that? And that would be in that category. You see that? Can't make this up. And that would be in that category. You're being categorized, you're being watched and monitored, man. So anyway, going back, Psalms 37. Okay, reading it again. Psalms 37 and 32. "The wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him." Verse 33. "The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged." See, the Lord gonna be with us, right? Let's see what that says in the NLT. We got the time, right? Ooh, Psalms 37 and verse 32 and 33 in the NLT, it says, "The wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them." Ooh, man. That's what this whole propaganda campaign is about. Looking for an excuse to kill us, to send us to prison, right? Verse 33, the point. "But the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, will not let the wicked succeed, or let the godly be condemned when they are put on trial." Ooh, man. You see that? The Lord is going to be with us, man. When they take us up before the kings and governors, right? The scripture say he ain't going to let the godly be condemned when they get put on trial, man. Let's get that. That's in Luke 21. Man, the scriptures is cold, man. Barakatah Yahweh Shema Shad. See? We ain't got nothing to worry about, man. The ones that are worrying are these goddamn devils, man. That's Luke 21, right? Luke 21 and verse 12, right? Luke 21 and verse 12, and it reads, it says, before all these, Luke 21 and 12, but for all these they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. You see, this is the buildup. This is the buildup of the prophecies. We're getting to this point, man. It's all starting now with what? The propaganda, the categorizing, man, the slander. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what you shall answer, because the Lord is going to be with us. He's going to give us the words to speak. The point, verse 15. For I'll give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. You see that? You can't gainsay or resist the spirit, man, the spirit of truth. There's nothing that they can pin on us. Right? Let's read that in the NLT. Same verses again, Luke 21 and verse 12, NLT. And it reads, it says, before all this occurs, there will be a time of great persecution, which we're in the midst of it now. There will be a time of great persecution. You will be dragged into synagogues and prisons, and you will stand trial before kings and governors because you are my followers. Oof. But this will be your opportunity to tell them about me. So don't worry in advance on how to answer the charges against you. For I will give you the right words and such wisdom that none of your opponents will be able to reply or refute you. Ooh, and that's happening now. You see that? That's happening right now, man. Through the Rakah Kodash, the Holy Spirit, the Lord is with us, right? So we ain't got to worry about what these devils are going to come with, man. All right. So to read that again, so that's a faith booster right there. So going back, reading that scripture again. All right, where was that at? That was in Psalms 37, right? NLT. Psalms 37 and 32 and 33 again. All right. One more time. Psalms 37, 32 NLT. The wicked wait in ambush for the godly, looking for an excuse to kill them. Verse 33. But the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah will not let the wicked succeed, or let the godly be condemned when they are put on trial. Boom. Call Elohim la Yahweh Shema Shah, man. You see? And this is why, as you notice, when these devils cry that anti-Sem madness, they don't never want to deal with the scriptures. They don't never want to go into the actual scriptures that support our beliefs, that support the things that we say. All right. And we're going to bring this out at camp today, man. But I'm just going to read a little bit, and then I'll wrap the lesson up. All right. Matter of fact, before I read this, we're going to end it out as well with this. All right. Bear with me real quick. Bear with me. All right. We're going to end it out. Where's the video at? Hold on. Let me pull it up. Y'all bear with me. We getting there. All right. Boom. All right. Let's play that. You already know where I'm going. We're going to end it out with this video right here. All right. So anyway, let's go back. Let's read a couple points. Like I said, we're going to bring this article out at camp. Okay. And Lord willing, y'all can still hear me. I'm surprised they didn't mess with the sound yet. Shocking. So anyway, as you can see here, this is from the ADL, as we just heard. All right. From the Edomite here. All right. One more time. We got time, right? We got time. Let's play it again, man. Okay. Everything for the sake of edification of the elect.
We work with Google on using AI to try to interrupt cyber hate before it happens. We work with YouTube to get them to change their algorithms so it lessens the likelihood that a young person's going to run into some of these anti-Semitic conspiratorial videos. We work with Facebook on trying to use a redirect method. So when you search for Holocaust as a hoax, you get directed to like a Yad Vashem page. So there are different ways they can tweak their algorithms and adjust their products. So they think not only about free speech, not only protect a user's right to free speech, but protect a user's right to not be harassed or hated. They've done some.
That's it. That's all you need to know. All right. They work with the 48ers work with the algorithms, with the Google, with the Facebook, with the YouTube. They're all behind everything, man, controlling the narrative. All right. So anyway, reading this real quick so we can go ahead and wrap up the lesson. All right. But like I said, the propaganda, you know, the slander, the false accuser, extremist sects within the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement. Okay, it says, these bullet points here, it says, let me see if I can make it a little bigger. All right, point 1 here, it says, so-called Black Hebrew Israelites are not the same as Black Jews or Jews of color. Not all Black Hebrew Israelites organizations are anti-Sem or extremists. The so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement is divided into organizations or sects that operate semi-independently across the United States. So-called Black Hebrew Israelites believe that they are the true Israelites and that the 12 tribes of Israel are people of color. Popular activities include street teachings and public speaking events. Extremist sects heavily rely on social media to spread information and coordinate activity. As you heard, the devil, all right? They're working with the platforms to control all that, right? It says, the so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement, BHI movement, is a fringe religious movement that rejects widely accepted definitions of Judaism and asserts that people of color are the true children of Israel, which is true. It says followers who are also referred as, quote, Black Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites believe that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. This is true. All right. But like I said earlier, you see how they put the truth in the article, but how they're presenting it is as what we're saying is false. Right. It should be noted that not all BHI adherents include Native American populations in the 12 tribes, but they all agree that white people are conventionally accepted, that they all agree that white people or conventionally accepted JEWSs are not members of the tribes. This is a departure from the mainstream understanding of the 12 tribes as a reference to Jacob's 12 sons, who each represent a different genealogical thread of the Jewish population. Similarly, adherents of the white supremacist Christian identity movement also claim to be members of the, quote, lost tribes of Israel. All right. Reading it on. I'm going to finish out these last two paragraphs. It says, so-called Black Hebrew Israelites are not Jews, and Black Jews are not the same as Black Hebrew Israelites. You see this bullshit here? This is all nothing but just confusion. All right. What does it say? It says Black Hebrew Israelites are not Jews, and Black Jews are not the same as Black Hebrew Israelites. You see? Black Jews and Jews of color are genuine members of Jewish faith. You see this madness, man? Black Hebrew Israelites identify specifically with the biblical Israelites and consider, it says, Salakia, it says Black Hebrew Israelites identify specifically with biblical Israelites and consider Judaism, Christianity, and Islam to be false religions. And this is true. Okay. Many BHI teachers claim that Jews and other white people force Black individuals into other religions. Extreme factions believe that white JEWSs are perpetuating identity theft. This is true. But like I said, you see You see what's going on here? This is all psychological. They're saying that they're bringing out our beliefs, all right, but they're spinning it as lies, right? And see, we're gonna go into the scriptures and we're gonna prove all those points. We're gonna bring this out at camp, right? Last paragraph. It says Black Hebrew Israelites believe they are members of the 12 tribes based on biblical interpretation that teaches that their population will be spread across the globe, all right? Hey, the scriptures say that we would be sent out to the four corners of the earth. Tons of scriptures that back that, which they tied to the transatlantic slave trade. See? BHI presents slavery, racism, incarceration, and other social ills as divine punishments for the disobedience that can only be cured through BHI ideology. Yeah, the curses, man. See? So this is all the shit they got up in here, man. You know? Here's a scripture real quick, and then we'll end it. All right? Isaiah 10 and 20. Right? Isaiah 10 and 20, and it reads, what does it say? A remnant will return, the elect. Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote him. That's what's happening, man. The elect are waking up, and they're no longer leaning upon Esau's lies. Okay? That's why I said, let me go back to the article. Let me read that point again. All right. Bear with me. Hold on. All right. Now the article acting like it don't want to pull down. There we go. That's why I said, what was the point here? Right? It says, so-called Black Hebrew Israelites identify specifically with the biblical Israelites, and consider Judaism, Christianity, and Islam to be false religions. You see that? Going back, let's go back to the scripture. Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote him. Yeah, Jacob's coming out the lies. All right, the Judaism, the Islam, the Christianity, black consciousness, right? They ain't leaning upon them lies that Esau gave them, but shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel in truth. See, that's what's happening, man. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power, right? Can't stop prophecy. Let's see what that says in the NLT real quick. Okay. There's Isaiah 10 and 20 NLT. It says, in that day, the remnant left in Israel, the survivors in the house of Jacob, will no longer depend on the allies who seek to destroy them. See? But they will faithfully trust the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel. There you go, man. There you have it. There you got it. Let's wrap it up.
Isaiah 2 and 1. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain. So us being on the highways and the byways, listen, dealing with YouTube, we have established the mountains. The kingdom, the new kingdom is going through it, man. These NFL players, that's why this guy vocab, they had the highest vocab or whatever to speak to them. For what reason? Not because they want to follow us fiction, or rockism. There was tattoos that a lot of these NFL, these guys are playing for the NFL, if you're watching the YouTube videos, and then you say this, man. All these athletes, all these boxers out there, Floyd, Ronald Hopkins, all of them, man. All of them. They all know about Israel, man.
Or entertainers Ice Cube, Nick Cannon, and NFL player Deshaun Jackson. All three have faced recent scrutiny over anti-Semitic comments and posts that they made online. But these high-profile incidents highlight just some of the anti-Semitic attacks Jewish Americans are facing at an alarming rate every day in this country.
DMX, he was down in Atlanta. heard about today, nowadays the real G code is the laws of God. Right? So we gotta get back to the G code. To which our doctors can give us and bring us out of that should be our natural reality. Right? So all these movies coming out, Judas and the Black Messiah, Americans Skin, these are all subliminals. You already know how it goes, okay? And now people know where we belong, man. So he knows it. I got a precept for you. Romans 10 and 18. Did I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth. That's not for your face. All the earth. Back to what Pastor said. Romans 10 and 18. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world. And how did that happen? Through the internet. Black people are more respected outside of America than they are in America. That's interesting. Right. It's more so of black people not knowing who they are. The reason we struggle as black people is because we don't know who we are. Say that. And so, I mean, if you want to be quite frank about it, white people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking. White people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking. White people know who we are. That's why they keep fucking kicking. The reason other cultures are so strong, like a Jew is gonna look out for a Jew. A Chinese man is gonna look out for a Chinese. It's more so of black people not knowing who they are.
There you go. So the word is out there, man. All right. That's why you got Kyrie Irving talking. You know, as we brought through on this lesson, all right. He's pushing this he was pushing this documentary on his Twitter. All right. Esau's media tried to come after him and say that he was promoting an anti-Sem film on Twitter. All right. Going into this documentary, and here's his tweet right here. They got it on the screen. All right. So it's the information is overwhelming. It's too much, man. All right. And it's not going to stick, you know? So, yeah, man, I pray that this lesson was edifying. Exactly. Yeah, E is through, Zaquan. He's out of there. All right. It says that he said the truth would not be mainstream or widely accepted. Exactly. You know, and that's what the Lord was warning us of. Right. The Lord said, hey, you know, the Lord said that the world hated him before it hated you. Okay. So this is part of the battle that we in, man. You know, let the water for all you bros and the precepts, man. You know, so that's pretty much the lesson. All right. The bottom line is that these false accusations against us will not stick. Esau doesn't have a chance, man, against the spirit of truth. You know, so hey, I pray this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and all you sincere believers out there. All right, you Agwathim, all right, as well. Hey, shalom. That's right.